Butcher. The news starts now. AM 1240 and 95.3 FM. WJON.
WJON News Time, 11:05, 76 degrees. I'm Lee Voss. News being brought to you by St. Cloud Orthopedics and by H&S Heating and Air Conditioning. We'll have a look at your WJON weather coming up in just a few moments. A federal judge is allowing the state of Minnesota to amend its lawsuit against Fleet Farm to accuse the retailer of also violating the state's Gun Control Act by negligently selling guns to straw purchasers, including one used in a mass shooting at a St. Paul bar in 2021. Attorney General Keith Ellison says his office is confident in their case, but adding the additional count strengthens it and more accurately states what Fleet Farm did to break the law. Fleet Farm has not commented on the latest developments, but said when the lawsuit was filed that, quote, "We comply with all applicable gun laws and devote substantial resources to training and compliance," unquote. United Health Foundation has released this year's annual report on our state's elderly population, showing a persistence in concerning trends, such as an additional 500,000 older adults falling into poverty and hard-to-find health services. Aging Director Christy Kane, Duluth's Arrowhead Area Agency, says more people are training to become geriatricians, but the regional healthcare workforce that serves seniors is still on shaky ground.
We're also seeing a lot of our quality medical staff leaving due to retirement.
Kane says a lack of affordable housing options is another problem affecting the older population, especially those trying to remain in smaller communities with limited resources. Positively, she says the region has built up a strong network of meal delivery programs to help address food insecurity among elderly Minnesotans. Mosquito numbers are above the 10-year average in Minnesota, and activity continues to rise. Alex Carlson of the Metropolitan Mosquito Control District says the rain we've been getting leads to more hatching.
Technicians who are out checking today are finding dippers full of larvae, meaning those adult mosquitoes will be coming out of the water in a week or so. So it's not slowing down, unfortunately, this year. So we're going to see a pretty significant numbers of mosquito activity for the next at least couple of weeks.
Carlson says there's more mosquito activity in rural and wooded areas of the state. The numbers dropped last June when drought conditions returned to Minnesota. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz will be in France this week to mark the 80th anniversary of D-Day. Walz is attending the D-Day presidential ceremony where several Minnesotans will be honored. Walz stated that the individuals who participated in Normandy landings showcased a strong dedication to our country and the values of freedom, courage, and sacrifice. Walz also plans to meet with leaders from Saint-Gobain and Cargill, two Minnesota companies with operations in France. He's also headed to Canada to promote Minnesota as a destination for trade and business investment. Wade Park's Public Works building will be getting a new generator. In an update to a story we told you about last month, the City Council has now approved the funding at last night's meeting. The money will come out of the city's reserves, then put into the 2025 budget to pay back that reserve. The facility's existing generator is 7 years old and is failing. At a work session on May 20th, the council determined replacing the generator was a better option than trying to fix it. Costs for the new generator are not to exceed $200,000. As St. Cloud principal's love of gaming has led him to create his own game, McKinley Area Learning Center's William Singinger self-published the card game Flapjacks and Sasquatches locally at Palmer Printing back in 2008. Singinger says he's been playing games his entire life, and while he was working, he wasn't doing anything creative, so thought he could design a game. He says his first attempt wasn't so good.
My original attempt was a farming game in space where you're like growing things and trying to get it. And I was like, man, no one's going to want to play that. Farming games, that's horrible.
Singer says he got the idea for Flapjacks and Sasquatches from the Jack Link's beef jerky commercial about messing with Sasquatch. And it just kind of went from there.
You know, we just started building the game. I looked at all the other games out there, kind of figure out probability, like what you need to do the to actually be able to chop all that stuff, like how many of this card do you need, how many of this card, and we just started. I had a friend who actually worked for the St. Cloud Times, was a really good artist. He drew everything up for me.
He says he printed about 1,000 copies, then went around to local game stores to see if they would sell it. The game just kind of took off. Singer says that he's published 2 expansions for Flapjacks and 7 other games. WJON News Time, it's 11:10 and now up to 79 degrees. News this hour being brought to you by St. Cloud Orthopedics and by H&S Heating and Air Conditioning. Stay tuned for your WJON forecast next. For St. Cloud and Gilman, scattered thunderstorms this afternoon, 83 degrees. Winds becoming southerly at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Looking at 100% chance for precipitation today, somewhere around 3/4 of an inch of rain expected, and some of those storms could pack a punch. Chance for storms early tonight, then clearing overnight, a low of 53. Chance for storms late tomorrow afternoon, otherwise plenty of sunshine, 75. Thursday, sunny and 70. Friday, sunny, 73. Sunny and 75 on Saturday. Sunday, sunny and 75. And then Monday, partly cloudy and 74 degrees. Again, 79 degrees right now. You can listen live to WJON at home with your Amazon Echo device. Just say, hey, Alexa, play WJON. I'm Lee Voss, WJON.
All right, thanks, Lee. And it does sound like the weekend's going to be nice. So, monster trucks, do they make you happy? They're going to be invading Granite City Motor Park this weekend. We'll be talking about it coming up next.
Summer concerts, pool parties, chill nights under the stars. We're stocking up our closet so you're ready to look your best for all of it. At Plato's Closet in West Ashley and North Charleston, we're buying all things summer. So bring in your tees, tote bags, sandals, sunglasses, and more. We pay cash on the spot for gently loved name brand looks. Plato's Closet is the go-to destination for trend-forward teens and young adults who support local and shop sustainable. Visit Plato's Closet today. Plato's Closet, located in West Ashley on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard and North Charleston on Rivers Avenue.